Hey guys, Mike from Shimino's Workshop. Here's a follow-up video. I'm going to do an assembly video. This might be my first assembly video. But Watto's has sort of an assembly video on his YouTube channel, which is more of like, it's not an actual like prop. It's more like, from the design. Like the 3D model design, just showing how the parts all kind of fit together. So I kind of have that on my phone over here to the side, and I'm going to see if I can't play along with that, just so you get an idea, right? And if you hit play, you'll see how the parts kind of all just fit together, even down to the screws. He zooms in on the smaller parts to show you that feature. So you can see there's a screw with some sort of nut. So I don't know. We'll play along and see how that works out. I also on the unboxing video I showed you the chassis as well as some of the parts that were supplied. The only thing that's not supplied is the battery, which is a 14500 battery, wired. As well as a Blast Effect soundboard. Now the soundboard, I'm sure this chassis was designed specifically for the Blast Effects, although I don't know that for sure. Could a Profi or CFX or some other board be used? Perhaps, but I'm assuming that chassis was designed specifically for Tramp Blast Effects soundboard. An amplifier. So do some research. I already reached out to Tramp and ordered two Blast Effects boards and amps. So hopefully I'll get that. That might take those are sort of built and designed from scratch, so that might take a few months before I get that. Okay, so let's dig into it. In fact, why don't we do it this way? So I'm just orienting the parts in the same just trying to figure out how that stays in place. Yep, okay, so there's orientation here. We can see that we're going to have some screws going through these holes. So that's your orientation. We need to line up those screw holes, just like that. So we'll put that down like that. And then we're going to have this piece, which is going to go here. Looks like there's a heatsink for a tri-cree, although I'm not seeing it. Let's just take all these pieces out. Just make sure we know what we're dealing with. That's going to go there. Oh, okay, so that's already assembled. We can see there's this little screw piece here and a nut on the inside. So that's already assembled. Thank you for that. Okay, and then we got the handle. Okay. Oh, be careful, there's a spring. That's probably for the trigger mechanism. Or firing pin maybe? No, probably not a firing pin, but Okay, and then we got some screws. We'll just dump those in there. So we can see on the video, it shows putting in what seems to be a Tri-Cree heatsink. We can see here, this piece looks to be meant if you were going to install maybe a Tri-Cree or a Cree, and it would be a heatsink. So I'm just letting it play so you guys get an idea of so that part's already assembled, which is nice. And then here you can see that's definitely a Tri-Cree. So we'll skip that because we're not gonna wind up using that. So I'm just watching the video so I can see how they deal with this piece. Yeah, that just locks right into this. Okay. Probably overthinking this a little, but if we we're going to want to slide this here. Again, we're looking for alignment on those. Then I believe this would go next, and that's just going to screw right into the back. And then we got this piece. So far, so good. When we put that over there, looks like this is going to go here like this. And then this is going to go on the base. It's not clear if it goes this way or if it goes this way. Just going to watch the video and see if I can't get that orientation. As you can see, I didn't even try this. Maybe I should have, guys, and saved you. Oh, there we go. Okay. So the fat side goes towards the front. So it's kind of like that. So then is it that way? No. It's definitely this way. Okay, and so the fat side goes towards the front. You can see here there's a fatter and a thinner side that orients towards the front, towards the muzzle. And then it looks like we're going to have some screws here. I assume these two screws is used to attach. Yep, because you can see the screw head. So this is these are gonna be used to attach the grip. So then this is probably going to have 2 screws, one from each side. I only have one of those, so that's probably not the right screw. These definitely are not long enough for that. So maybe it is just one screw. So let's get this piece. We'll do a little bit of trial and error here. That felt like it wasn't going through the threads properly. I don't want to force the tread. Okay. Maybe I just wasn't not lined up properly. Definitely shouldn't go that way. Let's give that another shot. Sorry if my fat hands are in the way. And that feels lined up properly. Could be reverse. No, because I'm going in the same direction. Let me see. Maybe I need to go in from the other side with the screw. No. The threads are pretty clean. Little hesitation at first, but definitely don't want to have to re-tap these. Not the end of the world, but something wrong there. I'll try going in from the other side. Yep, there we go. Okay, much better from the other side. It just seems odd. It feels like there should be another screw. Might need to reach out to Watto's on that one. Unless, okay, unless, so there's a short screw and a long screw. I put the long screw in from the back. That caught real nice. And then you have this short screw, which maybe goes in from the front and doesn't catch the treads, so it's just there to complete the look. Okay, then we can put these on, and we have 3 screws here which all seem to be about the same size. So let's yep. We'll just get them started. Okay, that looks pretty good. So we can see probably goes like that. And then we have this, which is going to hold this into place. It's just nope, goes that way. No, it doesn't seem that it would go that way. No, it doesn't rock. Let's see if we can't figure out the orientation on the video. Okay. So yeah, it goes this way. I don't see the spring in this assembly video, but I'll assume it probably goes like this. So let's attach the grip. This is probably going to be the fun part. I wonder if it would make sense. No, because these probably won't catch until the inside. So let's just, let's get these screws in, make sure they tread properly. They do. So let's get one screw in. Maybe a piece of masking tape just to hold that in place will make it a little easier. Trying to be careful, I don't want to scratch any of the metal. It'd help if I use the right.
Hello there.
Hello. Okay, so we can catch one. There we go. I think I caught it. Yep. Maybe a pair of tweezers to drop it in the hole. Nope, looks like I got it. Alright. So far so good. I'm not getting that. Okay. Little lens cap, we'll save that. We'll save the spring. It's a little difficult to get a grip on this, sort of this bolt screw here.
Hello there.
I'm going to try. I think the spring will add the necessary resistance. I guess it's possible. Spring wouldn't go there. Unless the spring is supposed to go in this right here. I'll show you on. Yeah, okay. Maybe that's how that's supposed to go. Yeah. So there's in the grip there's two holes. One hole accepts the bolt screw. There's a larger hole, and that seems to be where the spring will go. The spring is just providing the action on the trigger. I can't get the I'm not sure how tight you're supposed to make that, but that seems to do it. So I'll keep the lens out until I install this, but that seems to be it. Let me move this over. So, you know, I ordered the full kit. Obviously, I ordered 2 of them. As you can see, that's a little wobbly. I did not glue these in. I know it doesn't go this way, but just trying to see. Even though the video shows the fat end forward, I'm wondering if the fat end's meant to go to the back, and if that would make it sit in the cradle better, as you can see. So obviously I could glue these in place, make them secure, but the pistol itself is a little wobbly. I'm not sure if I'm concerned about that yet. So there's that. Right, so that was the stand that comes, that, you know, it doesn't come with it. I had to pay for it. Yeah, and unfortunately, now just looking at this design, this stand, that I just got this on Thingiverse and printed it, but you can see the fat side is towards the back and the skinny side is towards the front. And this is going to be too big. Yeah, I probably won't use this. Good idea, but this was meant for 3D printed pistols, and obviously this, you know, the sizing might be different. What I'm going to do though, I want to turn this base piece around, because it doesn't while it matches the assembly video, I want to see if it makes a difference for the stand. Just watching my time. For those that watch my videos, you know at the 30-minute mark my battery or my camera is going to auto shut off, and I don't seem to know why it does that. There doesn't seem to be a setting in the menu, and I'm on the latest firmware for the camera. So, just something I have to manage and deal with. So maybe what I'll do is I'll pause the video, I'll assemble the other one so you don't have to watch me fumble through that twice, although I think the second one will go quicker now that I've done it. And let's see if that I think so the stands, you have to assemble them. They come with 3 pieces. 2 pieces fit in grooves, and then there's 1 piece in the middle, right, that you attach. What I'll do is I'll take it apart, and in my next video I'll have both assembled. I'll take this apart and I can show you what this looks like. But there's basically 3 pieces. The middle piece kind of secures the 2 outside pieces of acrylic, and there's also, as you can see with the 3 screws, there's a groove here that seems to accept those screws. So that was good. I just, this wobble concerns me, but I think okay. I think it'll be okay on a shelf. All right, let's all right, guys, well, yeah, I'm gonna pause the video. I'll assemble the second one. I'll come back, we'll display it on the stand, and that's it. So be right back. All right, guys, we're back, assembled on the stand. Again, the wobble, not loving it, but I think up on a shelf, as long as the shelf is secure and you're not gonna have an earthquake or something, should be okay. So what I noticed while putting together the second blaster that they're different. I can't imagine that is intentional, but this is the first blaster I put together, and you can see the trigger is open on the bottom, the loop, and this piece is timed so that these grooves face up. I just assumed that they would both be the same way, but this one has a closed ring, and the timing is on the bottom. And could I fix that perhaps by using an O-ring or some timing shims or something? Maybe, but I don't know. I thought these would be identical blasters, so there's that. Now, in honesty, I don't know which one is right. I assume the grooves should face up, so I think this one's wrong. And then the closed ring, again, I don't know. I would have assumed they would both be the same. I believe the open base is the correct one. So I'll reach out to. I'm not overly concerned if it's wrong. I know Watto's is going to correct it. I've purchased many hilts from him, and whether directly or indirectly, like my Watto, my Tuscan Slayer that I bought, my Gen 1 Tuscan Slayer, I bought secondary, second hand. It was missing, or it had the wrong control box pieces, and he hooked me up with a 3D printed part from Shapeways to correct the issue. Until the second run, he actually sent me the piece. So I had to wait a little bit for the second run to finish, and he sent it to me, and that was great. So I'm not concerned necessarily. It sucks that it's that it wasn't right out of the box, but like I said, I'm sure Kai will correct that. So I'm not gonna be too concerned just yet. So like I said at the beginning, I'm waiting for the Blast Effect soundboards, and I also ordered a battery, 14500 battery wired from Solo's Hold. Custom Saber Shop had 14500s, but they were dual packs, and I think the Saber Armory also had them, but they were dual packs as well. So I just need a single 14500 3.7 volt battery. So I ordered that from Solo's Hold, and Aaron's usually pretty quick. I'm sure I'll get that in a week or so. I'll probably get the Blast Effects in 1 or 2 months. That comes over from the UK, and so I'll do an install, later in the fall, and then show that video when that's done. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. Appreciate any questions, comments. Feel free to leave them. Thanks.